it's kind of like we've gone back to season 1 where we're hunting things together, but it's almost like it's flipped. We see now that Dean kind of has a family of sorts. Like he's with Lisa and Ben, and he's happy, and he's carrying on and living a life of normalcy as well as he can. And we see Sam kind of like, hey, just hunting, like doing my thing. Like read about something fishy over in a town 3 miles over, I'm gonna go check it out, blah, blah, blah. And so it's this really kind of fun little parallel for Supernatural fans who have been with us the whole time, and even for those who haven't, it's a nice way to start the show because it's kind of this fresh beginning. But that's been our season so far. What's fun is we do this episode, and the way it ended up turning out is that Sam and Dean are on the run. People are obviously the Angels now have gotten fed up with Sam and Dean and how they keep throwing a wrench in the system. So now Angels are after us, and so we have to get kind of reluctantly transported to another dimension where we wake up on a set and people are calling us Jared and Jensen. And so I'm looking around at my brother Dean going, why are people calling me Jared? Who's Jared Padal what? And he's going, I don't know. Someone called me Mr. Ackles. Like, what does that mean? And so we see this funny sort of mirror, and it's a total shout out to the fans, and it's a total kind of one-off episode that's fun and funky and funny. And we get to see this kind of funny, what would Sam and Dean do? Some of the exciting episodes we see in season 6 involve the Angels either putting Sam and Dean into another dimension of sorts to protect them, or the Angels kind of even going back in time to do things, or sending our boys back in time. And there's actually a wonderful episode that we just did where they have to send Sam and Dean back to the Old West to retrieve Samuel Colt's gun from Samuel Colt himself and try and hunt down what we think is the only thing that'll hurt the mother of all monsters. And so we don't have a whole lot of time, but we have to go back, and I get to ride a horse and wear Western gear, and we're both kind of chapped out in leather, and Sam and Dean are living in the Old West. And so that's probably my favorite episode of the year, just because it was such a departure and such a fun thing you get to do, to go back and be part of this Old West town. And we've always talked about wanting to do a Western, and I've always loved Westerns. I grew up in Texas and watching them, and so it's fun to kind of get a chance to explore.